Good morning, everyone, and welcome. And I'm going to invite you to take a comfortable seat and start to focus on your breath, moving in and out, long, smooth breaths. And I know I talk about this all the time, but thinking about as we're moving today, those long, smooth breaths, moving through your body, so helping to create that space in the spine and wherever else it is that we're focused on. And so noticing how you feel in your body and setting your intention for how you want to feel after our practice together. So once you are ready, we're going to take the hands onto the legs or the floor. And I want you to go side to side. So a lot of times we do circles here, but I want you to keep your butt on the floor and just move through your rib cage side to side, and then notice what you feel as you're doing that. And then either placing one hand on the floor or on a block, you're going to reach up and come over to the side. Again, pressing that outside buttock into the ground as you're there. Continuing to breathe. We're going to inhale back up. And then extend your other arm up over to the other side. Just kind of notice, take that buttock that your arm is extended over, right? For most of us, it's the left, and press it into the ground. And notice how it might shift your stretch. So we're going to inhale up, taking the hands on the legs, nice little circles now. And this is I find this a great way to see how the low back is doing, and then pausing and going the other direction. And then from here, after you pause, we're going to take the feet into a wide angle and bring your hands onto the floor or the legs. Inhale up, exhale forward. So this is going to be like our first back stretch. Chin is gently towards the chest. Long, smooth breath. So you want to make sure that you're not so far forward that you can't breathe fully. And on an inhale, we're going to come on up. And then you're going to bring your hands behind you and open your chest forward. Right, so your butt's on the ground, you're grounded with your feet, and you're going to reach your chest forward, gently pressing the hands into the ground. And again, still keeping your chin towards your chest, so not throwing the head back. And then on an inhale, let's sit on up, and you can have your legs however you want them, straight or crossed. What I want to do, and I guess I'm trying to figure out the best way to see what I'm doing. We're going to do like a cat and cow in a seated position, right? So holding on to blocks, your legs, the floor. Inhale forward, exhale round. And this is a nice variation, especially for people who might struggle being on their knees. You know, like when we do cat and cow on our hands and knees. Now from here, we're going to bend your knees and we're going to come up into a lunge. And you might like to have a blanket in the middle, because some of you will want to do this on your knees, and some of you will want to do it with your knees off the ground. So we'll start with the right foot forward. And again, so back knee up or down. Notice what feels better for you. Like turn those toes under, lift the leg up. If that feels good, do it that way. Otherwise, keep your knee down. And we're going to gently open that hip flexor using our breath. And then when you're ready, you're going to extend that front leg. heel on the ground, pull your toes towards your front leg. Keep breathing, and then in your own time, when you're ready, moving front to back. And no rush, and you're just kind of noticing, how does it feel in the low back and the quads? Feel your foot connecting to the ground, heel to toe. And the next time you come forward, we're going to add in a twist. So keeping that left hand down, right hand onto your thigh. And again, this is knee up or down, whatever feels good to you. So belly towards the inner thigh, not too much weight in that forehand. Opening up your chest. What's happening in that hip flexor, in your back, maybe extending your right arm. And on an exhale, we'll turn back towards the ground. And we're going to switch feet. So stepping your front foot back foot forward. If you're on your knee is behind your hip. And again, sending your breath to those places that are speaking to you. Welcome. And again, we're going to start to straighten that front leg. So you're on your heel. I don't know if that made it on the video.
I might have.
And again, pulling those toes towards your straight leg, and then, deciding when and if you're ready to move back and forth. Moving with your breath. Now, eventually, going to come forward with that front knee bent, and we're gonna, if you're on your knee, you're gonna lift that knee. Oh, thanks, Rob. I forgot our twist. Bend that front knee again. Right hand stays down, left hand on your thigh, gently twisting your belly and your chest towards that left inner thigh, and then if you want to keep your arm on your thigh, or if you want to lift up towards the sky, you're going to do that. Long, deep breaths. Feels really good. And then on an exhale, we'll come back towards the leg. And this time, if your knee is down, you're going to lift it up and step forward. Otherwise, just step forward into your forward bend. And hands on your legs, inhaling halfway up and exhaling a little bit more deeply. And after a few times, one time when you're in towards your legs, just holding on to your elbows and carefully moving side to side. And then we'll pause. Take those hands off. Stop holding your elbows. Take your hands onto your legs and inhale, slide all the way up. Having trouble with angles here today. Okay. How's everybody doing? Find a tennis ball. And then we are going to roll your feet. Why? Because it feels good. Does feel good. Everything's feeling really good this morning. I just have to say. I'm determined not to stay in bed for 6 months, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
I'd be like a puddle, No. Huh?
You already do.
No.
We got that.
All right. So When you feel complete with that rolling on the tennis ball, I want you to feel your feet on the ground. Have your feet about hip width apart. And hands wherever it's comfortable. I just want you to rock heel to toe. And notice if there's certain parts of your feet that are harder for you to engage. And we're going to pause for a moment and go left to right. You're just kind of noticing you're connected to your breath. And we're going to keep the feet flat. Today we're going to do hands and feet together because I think that helps with connections. You're going to take the thumbs and the big toes down to the ground and lift your fingers and little toes up. Keep breathing. So sometimes you start to do this and you hold your breath, but you're going to keep breathing. Then you're going to take little toes, fingers down, and big toes, thumbs up. And you're just kind of noticing that. And notice what's happening in your legs, in your butt, in your mouth as you're doing this. Then we're going to do big toes, thumbs down, pinkies, and little toes. Try to keep the 3 toes up in the middle. And I'm telling you, like the first time I tried to, it was very challenging. And over the years, not days, it got better. And then wiggle those fingers and toes. And we're going to interlace the fingers and roll through your wrists. I do find that when you do the hands and feet together, there's some communication that happens. It makes it a little bit easier. All right. Then let's roll through those shoulders. Inhale, shoulders up towards your ears. Slide them down your back body. All right. And then we're going to step the feet out a little bit wider. And I just want you to do a gentle little swing. Soft knees. And then keeping your left hand on your leg, we're going to reach that right arm up. Gently slide down the leg. Inhale, come on up, and then exhale, second side. Just moving with your breath, noticing, feeling your feet on the ground. We're working on the feet, so notice how you're using all the parts of your foot as you're moving side to side. And this next time that we go to the right, we're gonna come on up and pause, and I want to do this one, and so I think it's better if you all turn the other way on your mat, but I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna be very descriptive so you know what to do. And you want your legs about a leg's distance apart with the feet parallel. And we're gonna put a block down on the ground right in the center of our legs. And you'll find out the height and if you need the block or, as we're going through it. So the inhale, we're gonna start in a 5-pointed star, arms extended, feet flat on the ground. Inhale is here. Exhale, left hand towards your block, vision towards the right hand up towards the sky. Inhale, reach that overhead arm forward towards the window for all of you. And then exhale, lift the arm up. Inhale, stand on up. And then we're going to do the second side. Inhale up, exhale, hand on the floor. Inhale, overhead arm, overhead. Exhale, arm up. Inhale, body up. Got that, or I'll keep saying it. Okay, left hand down. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, arm up. And your head, if possible, is following that upper arm, right? Your vision is on that hand as you're reaching forward and up. Inhale up. One more time on each side. Inhale forward. Exhale, arm up. Inhale, body up. Last time. Right arm down. Eyes on the left hand. Exhale, arm up. Inhale, all the way up. Relax those arms for a moment. Shake out the arms. Roll through your shoulders. Now here, you can have a little bend in your knees or have your legs straight. We're gonna have the hands on the hips. And I want you to think about your pelvis and your lower abdominals here. So we're gonna inhale up, exhale forward. Your head stays in line with your body. Inhale up. And what the focus here, besides, breathe in, feet on the floor, is how are you using your abdominals as you're doing this movement. And you're still breathing, there's no rush, right? Now, next time you come forward, our bodies are parallel with the ground, vision on the ground. I want you to notice how it feels to hold yourself here, but you're still breathing. And then when and if you're ready, you're going to release the hands to the floor or the block, and we're going to bend one knee over the foot and just move side to side with your breath. Now this next time, you might take your feet a little bit wider. I want you to walk your hands or the block down, elbow towards that inner knee, and come to what is maybe a little bit deeper place than when you were moving side to side without forcing anything. Still breathing. And again, whenever you start to feel done, you'll make your way through the center and then over to the second side. And here, what I'd like you to know, what's the difference, how it feels when you move side to side and when you just hold it? If you're not sure, you can go back to the other one and see. So again, whenever you start to feel done, we're going to make our way to the center. Maybe walk your feet in a little bit, bend your knees. We're going to take the hands or the forearms onto the thighs. So your face and your chest are still pointed towards the ground. Take a couple of breaths, and then on an inhale, come on up. Let's step those feet together. And then you're going to bring the hands to the heart center, thumbs gently resting on your sternum, heels of the hands, fingertips touching, and connect with those feet on the ground again, right? And we're going to lift up the toes, all the toes now, and spread them all out. And then see if you can bring them down to the ground and maintain some space between your toes. And then we're going to come up onto the right toes and just pivot that leg, knee, foot, in and out. You can turn towards me if you want. It is very beautiful outside. And we're going to take that foot down, reconnect that right foot to the ground, and then come up onto the left toes and wiggle back, pull the leg, hip, foot. And again, we're going to take that foot down. Now here, I want you to press into the center so you're engaging your core to help the balance. We're going to bend that left knee, lift your right leg up, bring it down. And I know it's easier with your arms out, but we're pressing in towards the center. Shift to the second side. Take that leg out to the side, maybe. Oh. And then we're going to bring that foot down. Relax your hands, shake out your hands in your arms, your shoulders. And I think we'll do it without the strap today. I just want you to bring your weight into I'm going to turn to the side, into the left foot. You're going to bring the right knee up, hold on to it. You might use the wall if you want to. And then we're going to slide the hand down towards the ankle and start to stretch your quad a little bit. Keep breathing. Very gently releasing that foot. We're going to switch sides. So again, taking your knee up, holding it in towards your chest or just holding it up. Eventually bringing your hand to the front of the leg, reaching for your ankle, heel towards the buttock. You could use a strap here, or you can just have your foot reaching towards your buttock. And gently placing that foot on the ground, going back to the first side. And again, you're going to bring up the knee, have your hand on the inside of your thigh, carefully open out to the side. Back to the center. We're going to switch hands, which could be a challenge for me. You could have your foot on the floor or on the block as well. And you're going to bring the knee across the body. We're still working on the same knee. You're taking that knee across, so you're opening the outside of that hip. Keep breathing. I'll model all the modifications today. And we'll come back to the center. Take that foot down to the ground. Second side. So again, at first, just bringing your knee up. And notice how we do each of these things and how it feels, hand on the inside of your thigh, gently opening out to the side, still breathing. Knee coming back to the center, and again, it can be on the ground, on the block, up in the air. Other hand to the outside of the knee as you start to bring it across your body. And like I feel a big stretch in the low back here too, so I'm interested in what you're all feeling. And one more time, we're going to come back to the center, foot down, arm down. And one more time, let's bring those hands to the heart center. And have your feet about hip-width apart. Now, a lot of times we do this next movement with arms and legs, but I just want you to do feet today. And try to keep big toe side and pinky toe side of the foot on the ground. We're going to inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, take it down. So it's an exploration to see how you use the front of your feet when they're weight bearing. And move with your breath. Inhale up, exhale down. Nice. Now, next time those heels are down, pause. You're going to step out your right foot and lift that heel up. And then tap it down on the ground. And second side, step that foot out, heel on the ground, press into the ground with the heel, and then tap the toes. All right, we're going to bring that foot back. And now we'll use our arms. So this time, feet flat on the ground or lift your heels up. And what we're going to do is take up one arm, inhale, head turns away, exhale back to the center. So you could come up onto your toes as you're doing this, or if you want the focus to be on the upper body, keep your feet flat. Inhale is up, exhale is down. One more time on each side. So whenever you're done, we're going to pause in the center. And then, how's everybody feeling so far? Those parts that we talked about? Yeah. So I want you to take the heel of your hand into that crease between your thigh and your body. And you're going to push down like you're trying to make space. And then you'll come into like a higher chair position, right? But you're not sitting back. And I want you to focus on those lower abdominals as you're breathing. So feet flat on the ground, your feet are engaged, your legs are engaged. And then you're going to gently take those shoulders just slightly back as you're pressing your hands into your thighs. And focus on those lower abdominals, your diaphragm, below as you're breathing. And as you're exhaling, I want you to help those lower abdominals that naturally contract. So you're not sucking in your gut, you're just gently bringing them back, the lower abdominals back towards your spine. Not really towards your spine, but yeah, it's a lot of work. Like I can feel my temperature going up as I'm doing it. Nobody else, just could be me. All right, now we're gonna let go, slide down your legs, and inhale halfway up, and exhale in towards your legs. Now from here, once you're in a forward bend and you're ready to move beyond, you're gonna walk your feet a little bit wide, keep your hands on the ground, elbows straight, inhale, straight legs, exhale, bend the knees and the hips and the ankles, inhale, come back up. So try to keep your elbows straight and just move through the feet, legs, and hips. And you could, of course, have blocks under your hands. All right, and one of these times when you bend down towards the ground, you might walk your feet out a little bit more. We're going to come into a squat. Again, rounded back, another one of my favorites for stretching the back. Chin towards the chest, hands, forehead, heart center, wherever it's comfortable. And breathe. Feel yourself grounded. I like to picture any tension in my head or my spine just rolling down into the earth. And in your own time, and very carefully, we're going to release the hands, come down onto the floor. And we're going to sit here, and you could have a blanket under your sit bones if that's more comfortable for you. And hands, I like my fingers pointing towards my back, but yours might go to the side or to the back. It's whatever comfortable for you, and you can still be seated upright. All right, so now I want you to, we're going to lift one heel. We're going to pedal through her. Not, I said lift the heel, but I meant the toes. We all got it. It's amazing. All right. Now from here, we're going to carefully make our way onto our back body. So again, I want you to think about what's the safest way. Coming down onto your side or rolling back, whatever is most comfortable for you to get yourself on your back body. And you may need to pull your mat out of the way so that your heels can slide on the floor. And then we're gonna straighten, let's straighten the right leg, keep the left knee bent. And at first that leg is going directly straight out from your body. And then what I want you to do is you're gonna slide it or step it out to the side. Right, so the heel stays on the ground and you're just sliding it open. Moving with your breath. Inhale as you bring it out, exhale as you bring it in. Beautiful. Now, next time your leg is in, we're going to take the opposite arm, your left arm overhead, and you're going to slide that, just the arm, towards your ear. Keep the hand on the ground. So inhale as the arm is overhead, exhale as you're sliding overhead. If I don't make sense, of course you're going to let me know. And the next one, we're going to do both together. Okay? But, so last time you slid your leg out, this time you're going to slide your leg towards your knee and the other arm in the opposite direction overhead. Yeah, just to mess with your heads. And actually, from watching you all, we're going to put the two movements that we did, and then we'll do the other leg. So leg out, arm overhead, back to center. I realized it was too confusing for those brain cells. including mine. All right, next time you're back at the center with your arm and your leg, we're gonna slide out, not out, towards your bent knee. So for me, it's towards the left side. Inhale, center with the arm and leg, exhale, slide. And the whole time you're keeping your heel and your hand on the ground. No rush. All right. So next time we're back at the center, we're gonna bring that arm in and bend the knee and straighten out the left leg onto your heel. Just moving the leg with your breath, sliding that heel out as you inhale, exhale, coming back to the center. So sometimes, because we were talking about hips, low back, legs, sometimes when we do things like this that seem, well, they are very gentle, we actually create more change because of that slow, gentle movement, as opposed to like holding it and forcing it in some way. Now let's take the right arm overhead, and again, you're gonna relax the legs and start to move that right hand to the left. Inhaling as you reach over, exhaling back to center. And if your head moves as you're doing this, and that's how it feels good, then you should do it how your body is drawn to do it as you make that movement. And next time we come back to center, we're gonna put those movements together. So left leg towards the right knee and right arm overhead. I realized I mixed them up. So now we're gonna do left leg out, left, and right arm to the left. I guess as long as we get all the movements done, it doesn't matter anymore, right? All right. So this next time when we come back to the center, we're going to keep the arm overhead, bring the other arm overhead, and straighten both legs. Now keeping your head and hips on the ground, see if you can relax here a little bit, connect with your breath. And then we're going to carefully start to walk both arms and legs to the right side. I always like to think of a banana. And your shoulders and hips are relaxed on the floor, and it's going to be a static pose, so we're going to hold the position as you breathe. And if it doesn't work for either one of your arms to be overhead, you bring it down next to your body, find a comfortable place, or bring it out to the side. One more breath. Then we're going to move arms and legs to the center, and then move to the left side. Again, your head does what feels best as you're walking over to the left side, hips and shoulders stay on the ground. Find a comfortable place for your arms. So again, on an inhale, we're going to come back to the center. Bend your knees one at a time and bring them in towards the chest. And you might like to hold on to the front of your knees or behind your thighs, whichever is more comfortable. We're going to start to just gently rock on the ground. And if you have a blanket underneath you, it could impede. So front to back. If that doesn't feel good for you, you might just stay on the floor and take your knees in a circular motion. And we'll meet on the ground, knees towards the chest, nice big circles. And other direction. All right, and then let's hold on to our right knee. We're gonna stretch out the left leg, flex that foot, let it hover over the ground. And what I want you to do is bring in the knee towards your chest and then push away with that leg. Inhale while the leg is extended. Exhale, bring the knee in towards your chest. Press, pull in with your breath. Inhale as you press. Exhale as you pull it in. And next time that knee comes in, we'll switch hands. Hold on to the left knee. And again, inhale, press the leg away, heel hovering over the ground. Taking a breath. Next exhale, knee comes in. Extend and pull the knee. Next time those knees are in, we're going to stretch out the legs up towards the sky. You can use a strap here around the padded parts of your feet, or you can have your legs straight. We're going to inhale, legs perpendicular to the ground. Exhale, take those legs towards your chest. You could have your feet flex. That will engage the back of the legs a little bit more. Have your knees bent. Finding a movement that feels good for you. And after your next breath, we're going to bend the knees, take the feet down to the floor one at a time. You can straighten out your mat now. Oh, it looks like most of you did. So much faster than we thought. All right, so we're on the ground with our knees bent. And if you're at home, you can use a block or a blanket. And for this next one, you can have your hips on the ground if you don't want them elevated. We're going to put something, blanket, block, possibly under your pelvis. And the reason I want our pelvis lifted today, I want you to, so your pelvis is lifted, I want you to focus on opening up your chest, so gently taking the back of your head and the shoulders into the ground and opening up your chest. So it's an active movement as opposed to just letting the back of your rib cage stay on the floor. And then if that feels okay, you can breathe easily there. We're going to take one leg up towards the sky and then the other. And notice if your chest wants to collapse, we're going to try to keep it open as our legs are extended. And then carefully open your legs out to the sides and slowly bring them back together. And you could do that with bent knees as well if that feels better. If you're not sure, try them both out and see how it feels. One more time. And when you come back through the center, let's point and flex the feet and roll through your ankles. And then in your own time, bending your knees, one foot down to the floor at a time. Gently lifting up your hips and taking out what's underneath. And we're going to roll to the side, or you can roll on up. We're going to come to a seated position. Again, you might like a little something under your pelvis. All right, you're going to take a comfortable seat, whatever that is, cross-legged, bound angle. We're going to work on the arms and the upper body for a moment. So stretching your right arm out gently, and I like to pull on the hand more than the fingers. But you're going to explore, again, what feels good for you. And you're going to stretch out your thumb away from the fingers. Bring it in. A little guest over here flying around my hands. Uninvited, I might add. All right, relax that thumb. We're going to point fingers down, and again, gently pulling. I like the hand better because it stretches more in my wrist when I use the hand as opposed to if I use the fingers, and it stretches the fingers. Then we're going to take that arm across the body, so release the hand and finding a comfortable place. Now with your arm extended, and your eyes can be closed or you're looking forward, not at your hand, I want you to tap each finger. So tap your thumb to the index finger, middle finger, ring finger. Just kind of noticing, is it easy to do? Do you feel like you're missing a finger each time? Then we're going to stretch out the fingers and make a fist. Stretch them, make a fist. Feel done with that, gently releasing that arm, shaking it out, or rolling through your shoulder, or both. And we're going to do the second side. So left arm up, gently stretching the hand towards your arm. Continuing to breathe. And the whole time we're seated or on the floor, you're welcome to have your eyes closed. It helps us to go inside a little bit more. And pointing the fingers down. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh, can't see you now. I forgot to stretch out the thumb when we were pressing up, so feel free to stretch your thumb away here. In and out. It's actually kind of a lot of work doing this. All right, you're going to gently release and bring the arm across your body. Again, as you're here, you're going to close your eyes or look straight ahead and tap your fingers. Continuing to breathe. Might explore not going right in a row. That's always interesting for me. like doing index finger, ring finger, mixing it up a little bit. Again, eventually we're going to come to a place where we stop and stretch out your fingers and make a fist. And releasing that arm as you're ready, shaking it out, rolling through your shoulder. One more I want to do here. And you could do this with a block or you can do it with your hands together. We're going to start at shoulder height, lift the arms up, bend the elbows. Sometimes I have you do this standing up, but I want you to really be able to focus on your triceps, the upper back of the arm. One place we all love as the years pass. And then next time you come to the center, shoulder height, we're just going to try to keep your butt exactly where it is. And moving with your breath. Inhale, center, exhale as you move to the side. Right. Then we're going to relax because I think those arms are probably like saying, we've had enough. Shake them out a little bit. And we're going to take the arms behind us, just like we did at the beginning. Open up your chest, so butt's on the ground. And then bringing your hands towards your knees. We're going to go in the other direction, so rolling towards the back of the pelvis, chin towards the chest, shoulders forward. And then from here, we'll inhale, chest opens to the front, exhale, round back. So this is the time, actually I do want to do one more thing before I go on to this is the time. Let's take your feet, bring them together, knees opened out to the sides. And we're going to just do a nice forward bend, head towards the feet. smooth breath. You can have your hands on top of your feet or underneath, whichever feels more comfortable. And walking yourself up. So you're in, hopefully your legs are comfortable here. If not, find a spot. We're going to take the chin towards the chest. And just notice how it feels in the back of the neck, the upper back body. We're going to take the right ear, so the chin is pointing forward, and then you're going to take the right ear towards the right shoulder. Come back to the center, and then second side. You can stay in each position, or you can move side to side, trying to access the side, back of the neck a little bit, or just the side. And next time you come back through the center, lifting up your head. And now is going to be when you ask yourself, is there anything else that you want to do before you make your way into Shavasana? And if so, you're going to do that. And if not, you're going to find a comfortable place in Shavasana. So check in. What does my body need right now? We're not even going to talk about that.
I was just trying to make you laugh.
Oh, good. I need some of that. Obviously, because I don't even get it. And if you need any props or ideas, let me know. I just want you to get yourself as comfortable as possible. Long, smooth breaths. Allowing your body to settle into the ground. I love that chant's one of the first ones that I learned, and many meanings, but it's not me, it's not me, it's not me. I open myself to something greater than myself. So when you're ready, starting to notice how you're feeling, how your body wants to move, how your breath is moving through your body. And in your own time, coming up to comfortable seated position. Comfort really important so that you can focus on your breath and actually just focus. So once you're in that comfortable place, just like we did earlier when we were stretching our arms, I'm going to invite you to open your palms up on your legs. And you're going to inhale as your thumb and fingers are spread, and exhale, bring the finger and the thumb together. So inhale, hands open, exhale, touching upon each finger. I did think about adding in the chant while we do this. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come together. Now the next time you finish, let's say with the pinky, we're going to inhale, hands open, and exhale, bring all fingertips together. And eventually you'll stop moving your hands and focus on the breath. Inhale, expanding, exhale. So thinking about, most of us have an idea of what's going on for the rest of our day, thinking about how you want to move out into the world. And possibly bringing your hands to your heart center. I want to thank you all for being here. Most of you know, but I'm obviously going through treatment, so shaving my head, I'll be wearing a mask most of the time that you see me. And if you can't hear me, you'll let me know. And we're going to see how it all goes. And I thank my teachers, past and present. I've actually received some notes saying, like, you have so many years of practice through yoga and sobriety that, that's the stuff in my bank account to like help me, besides like all the loving support that I have. So I thank you all and acknowledge the land that we work upon. I thought we would do that chant, so it's namaha, namo, namaha. So you breathe in when you're not making sound. If you need to breathe in the middle, you go ahead and do that. You breathe whenever you need to, and you make sound when you're breathing out. And we'll do it 3 times together. Inhaling. Namaha, namo, namaha, namaha, namo, namaha. has some similar sounds there. Namah, namaste. Yes. So thank you all, and hope everybody's feeling good.